Welcome back to another quick review. Today is another Stranger Things quick review. This is Stranger Things 2. Of course, I have dubbed this week Stranger Things week, so all this week is just going to be Stranger Things content. Hopefully, Friday night, maybe Saturday morning, I get a Stranger Things 4 quick review out. I don't know. But for now, we are just focusing on Stranger Things 2. This, in my opinion, thus far, is the worst season of Stranger Things. I finished watching it a couple minutes ago, and after taking a bit to gather my thoughts, I can confidently say that this is the worst season thus far. And that's not even like a shot at this season when it compared to like other TV shows. This is like a really because compared to other TV shows, it's actually really good. But when it comes to Stranger Things, it's the worst season. I think a lot of that has to do with the characters and the plot lines and the decisions that they made. Because I think overall they did a really good job at expanding the world of Hawkins and the Upside Down and the lore and mythology of the entire thing. Um, However, it was just like the character decisions and plot lines were not the greatest. Because one of the things I mentioned that in my first Stranger Things quick review was that I didn't necessarily like how I wasn't a fan of how they split up the characters in season two compared to season one. Because season two, I feel like the character split was way more apparent and not as good because you have maybe like four different pairings, right? Three or four different pairings. One side you have Hopper, Bob, Mike, Will, and Joyce, and they're all great. This is a great pairing of characters, and like this is like the main plot of the show. Then you have Steve, Dustin, Lucas, and Max, and these four characters together. The adventure that they're on with Dart isn't the greatest thing in the world, but it isn't the worst. And then you have Nancy and Jonathan, which was just kind of boring and forgettable, bringing Barb's death to light and how in the world that happened, which I think is a good thing. However, just getting there was kind of boring. And then lastly, you have Eleven, which I don't know what in the world they were doing with this character because I think this season for Eleven was just like a soul searching journey, trying to figure out who she was and where she came from. And episode 7, Lost Sister, genuinely is the worst episode of all Stranger Things. I don't think that it's bad. Like I said about season 2, it's not compared to other like TV shows and their worst episodes. It's not bad in comparison. However, when it comes to Stranger Things, it kind of just interrupts the pacing. You have this like big moment at the end of episode 6 where they figure out that Will's the spy, and then episode 7 comes around. It's just 11 doing something completely different, and it's just her that entire episode. And genuinely, it's not fun to watch because it just kind of interrupts and puts the season on hold. It puts it on stop for a moment. And every time I rewatch the show, like I did this time, I skip it. Of course, normally what I do is I go back and watch it like after I finish all of it because I just can't be bothered. It interrupts the pacing in the middle of the show, but I skip that episode every time I rewatch the season. Any highs? Like I said, some of the characters are pretty good. If there's any bad characters, Max has never really impressed me, and I'll elaborate on that and talk about that more in season 3 because that's where my thoughts on Max really develop more. But Billy was great as usual. Racist, terrible, evil human being, but Dacre Montgomery, the actor that plays him, is really good in the role. All the characters, past characters, were great, but I want to point out some like 4 actors that really did a great job. David Harbour as Jim Hopper, great job in this season. Millie Bobby Brown as usual, doing a great job at portraying Eleven, this character that is finding herself and soul searching and is coming to terms with what she is and what she has to do. And then the two like best actors of this season, in my opinion, Finn Wolfhard as Mike. Genuinely, I think did a phenomenal job because of the way the character was written and his grief with Eleven, then a new girl getting introduced to the group, and then trying to take care of his best friend, who he explained to Will later was he was his first friend and his only friend at the time, and they were both alone, and it was just a heartbreaking but heartwarming scene at the same time. How Mike has been with Will throughout the entire season, and how they got to that point, and of course, like I said, dealing with 11, then finally seeing 11 again is great, and Finn Wolfhard does a great job at playing him. And lastly, Noah Schnapp, Will Byers, because this season was about like the possession of Will Byers. This Noah Schnapp killed it. He goes insane. It is some of the most insane acting I've seen from a kid actor ever. It's really good. It's really good, and it blows me away every time I rewatch the season. So yeah, that is the Stranger Things 2 quick review. Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe. Stranger Things 3 quick review, probably Thursday morning, the morning before Stranger Things 4. So yeah, that's it. See ya. Bye.